Guys, thank you so much for being here. Everyone's like, we don't know who the hell you are. No, I'm just a little bit about me. I used to go to a Christian school when I was growing up. Went to Christian school. Did anyone here go to Christian schools? It's very tough. I know. I feel your pain. I can hear it in the applause. Christian school's hard for everyone, but especially for me, because I was like a young, scared gay kid. You know, but now that I'm a grown man, like an adult, looking back, like, it's actually, I feel like it actually helped me, you know, like in hindsight, I feel like it helped me become the strong, confident, straight man that I am today, you know? No, I'm still super gay, still super fucking gay. It's gonna be a gay set. I was going through my set and I was like, what do I have that's not gay, you know? I was like, bitch, everything you have is gay, you know? And there's like a whole thing in comedy where like old straight comics will be like, yeah, but don't use the gay thing as a crutch. I'm like, bitch, I use it as a crutch, as the foundation of my house. I use it as everything, you know? But I used to, I'm also Mexican American. You know, Covina. Is there any, quick poll, is there any Mexicans in the room? I'm Mexican American, but I look white because I'm blessed. Too blessed to be stressed. And look, it's not better to look white. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is every time that I've been pulled over by a cop, it's only so that he could give me a Snickers bar. He was like, dude, you looked hungry on the 210. I'm like, thank you so much. It's weird. If you are Mexican American and you happen to look white, okay, you have one job in this world, okay? That job is to be an undercover Mexican, okay? It's for you to basically be a vampire, just like frozen in time, waiting, you know? Go out into the world, be white, okay? Just live it up, be white, celebrate your whiteness. And then as soon as a white person says something about Mexicans, then that's when you're like full skull makeup chasing That's your job. I was in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and I was doing some shows, and sometimes when you do shows, like the comedy club will send someone to like pick you up from the airport, and they'll drive you around and take you back to like the shitty condo that they put you up in. And this woman from the club picked me up. She was driving me around Grand Rapids, and she was driving me through this neighborhood, and she was like, this is one of the worst neighborhoods in Grand Rapids. It's one where all the fucking Mexicans live. By the way, the neighborhood full on looked like Arcadia. Like not good in any way. There was like a brown guy standing in front of a pottery barn. Like there's no, a neighborhood is not ghetto if it has a pottery barn anywhere in a 5-mile radius, you know? And at that point, like in the car, I was like, I'm gonna have to tell this bitch that I'm Mexican. Like I'm gonna have to tell her that. But I will enjoy being white for 5 seconds. So I just was like in the corner of the car, just like enjoying being white, just like dancing. And I told her I was Mexican, and she looked at me like I told her I was a Russian spy. She was like, what the fuck, you know? She like swerved the car, you know? And honestly, I wasn't even that offended by what she said. I was just so proud that my people made it that far north, you know? Like that's far, that's super far. I come from a big Mexican American family, and I'm just kind of like, I do feel like, yes, I'm a faggot, like I'm like the odd person out, you know, like my dad, he's half white, half Mexican, grew up in the Aliso Village projects in Boyle Heights. You know, my mom is from Michoacan, she came over, grew up in Lincoln Heights. My 3 older sisters are very homophobic cholas, you know. Subtext, I'm not scared of any of you. And I have a homophobic niece who's trying to make it in fashion, you know. I have a big family, you know, and meanwhile, like, they're all being them, you know, and I look like I should be the mayor of Pasadena. Like, that's like how I look, you know. But I do, like, everything that informs me comes from, like, mostly my sisters. Like, my sisters, especially one, Lillian, she's never liked gay guys. ever. So I knew when I came out to her, like she was the only person I couldn't do it in person. I couldn't bring myself to do it in person. So I just texted her. I just texted her when I came out. I was like, hey, I'm gay. And she texted back, K, which is bone chilling, okay? Because K, especially from a chola, K could mean many, many different things, and none of them good. And about a week later, I was moving apartments, and for my apartment, she had lent me this nice, nice chair that she got from Crate and Barrel and paid for on layaway. And she lent me this nice, nice chair, and I left it in the courtyard of my building, and it's like the only day in LA that rained. And it rained, it ruined the chair, and I had to text her, and I was like, hey Lila, I'm so sorry, I ruined your chair, I'll buy you a new one. And she texted back, yeah, you're a fucking puto faggot. It's just like you to be a fucking faggot and ruin my furniture. You're gonna burn in hell, Jesus saves, except not you because you're a faggot. And it was at that point that I was like, I feel like this is more than just about the chair. You know? Like, where did that come from? And also, you know what she said that bugged me? It's not like me to be a faggot and ruin furniture. My people are known for quite the opposite, you know? But then I found out a year after this happened, okay, that this same sister of mine, she stabbed her husband, her hubby, stabbed him. And he survived because she didn't do it right. And that is such delicious news for me, you know? Like the best, like a succulent piece of asada, just like, oh God, just like putting it in my mouth. Like, I love it. Because she stabbed him, and he's not dead, yet she has to deal with all the consequences, and that's fun for me. And we were like, what happened? You know, was there domestic violence? Like, what happened? Turns out, no, they got into a verbal argument, and he yelled at her and said, babe, no matter what you fucking say, I'm never gonna stop smoking weed. So then she stabbed him. Which I feel like is not fair because he was probably super chill when it happened. You know what I mean? And here's the thing. I was not there for the stabbing, okay? But I know her and I know him. And I know she did not stab him efficiently like a prison shank style. Like she wasn't just like, I stabbed you. Like that's not what she did. She's a drama queen, so I know she went to the fucking kitchen, got a kitchen knife, like a downward slash, like Isabella Rossellini in Blue Velvet. You know, like full-on novella style, like weeping, like with an open robe and a shaky wrist, just like crying, you know? And in my mind, again, I wasn't there, okay, but in my mind, he's high on a really dank edible, you know? Like, you know when the edible hits and you're just like, everything's made of butter. Like, you know what I mean? Like the air is buttery. And so in my mind, to him, it's happening in slow motion, and the knife is coming down, and he's not moving because he's just thinking like, babe, you're not gonna fucking stab me, you know? But this is, you know, her first stabbing, probably not the last, but her first. And the knife just kept coming down, and she stabs him, and he's just like, yo, that's crazy. You know? That's crazy. And I do comedy all around California, and I always talk about my sister every chance that I get. I demonize her, you know, I ridicule her because she's homophobic, and that's fun for me. But I have to be honest, okay? She's not just like a full-on demon, okay? She does have a redemption story, and that is that the same husband that she stabbed shot her back in 1994. Okay, so here's the thing. It was by accident. He did it by accident, okay? She meant to stab him, okay? And I just want to set the stage. It's, you know, Northeast LA, 1994, okay? They're at a house party. She's in one room, like, talking with her girlfriends. He's in another room, playing with a loaded gun, okay? Straight guys, okay? That's only straight guy shit. You'll never see a faggot, like, playing with loaded guns, okay? We don't have as much to prove. Straight guys are, like, with tears, like, playing with guns. Very sad. But he's playing with the loaded gun. He swears he thought it didn't have any bullets in it, okay? And the gun went off, and the bullet went through the wall, and it hit her in the neck. Hit her in the neck. She passed out. Hours later, in the hospital, she woke up, and the nurse is like leaning over her, and she's like, "Hey girl, so you got shot. Full-on shot. But you're gonna be fine because the bullet took in some of your crunchy ass hair." Like it was 1994 crunchy mousse hair, like Chola style. And the hair formed like a protective shell, like a crunchy gordita shell barrier between the bullet and her spine. And she's fine, okay? And I was a little kid at the time, you know, and I didn't get at the time like the gravity of what had just happened, you know? But now that I'm a grown man, looking back, it's crazy to think that I was that close to getting my own room. Like, that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy, you know? Super, super crazy. I see that there's a lot of straight guys here. Give yourselves a round of applause. Sometimes straight guys, especially now in like this woke era, they get worried about gay guys. Like, if you say gay, they're like, "Oh, okay, well, I think you're fine," you know, like they. But I just want to let you guys know, I like straight guys. I think that you guys are cool, okay? And I think that you guys deserve love, for sure, you know? But I do have to say, like, in liberal areas of the country, like LA, San Francisco, New York, like these areas, you straight guys, you guys are getting really nice. You're super nice now. Super, super nice. I mean, not to women, but to gay dudes. To other dudes, yeah, you're nice. But as a gay dude, I just want to let you guys know you're reaching the level of niceness as straight man where I'm like, you can knock it off now, you know? Because it's reaching a level of niceness where as a gay dude, I'm legit having trouble figuring out who's gay and who's nice. I don't even know anymore. Like, are you trying to be a good guy or are you down to fuck? Like, I don't know. I was in a gay bar, okay? I was talking with a dude. He bought me a tequila soda. He touched my wrist. Gay, okay? And then Nicole Kidman comes up in the conversation, very normal in a gay situation, okay? And then he stops the conversation and he says, "Wait, hold on, is Nicole Kidman the one from The Ring?" And it was like a record scratch. I was like, wait, hold on. Are you fucking straight? And he was like, "Oh yeah, is that okay?" Like, I was like, absolutely not. It is not okay. I talked to him for 30 minutes, okay? I deserve something for that. I deserve like a $10 Jamba Juice gift card, okay? That's how nice straight guys are getting in LA. That's crazy, you know? Like, I kind of miss the old days, you know? When straight guys, like back in the day, you guys used to be like mean and hot, you know? Mean and so fucking hot. Now you guys are all like nice and schlubby, you know. You guys used to be something, you really did. It is interesting to see like straight guys at Pride, because it's the only gay thing that straight guys do in the whole year, and it's only when they have girlfriends. Girlfriends will drag a straight guy to Pride. You can always tell on the dance floor, you're like in WeHo, at a bar, on the dance floor, and like, they do what I consider a straight wave. That's like a telltale sign that a guy on the gay dance floor is straight and there with his girlfriend. And the way that is if I'm like dancing and I'm like vibing and you know, and then I see like a guy who I really love, you know, and I think he's attractive and I like make eye contact with him and he's straight, he like won't vibe back. He'll do this, which is you know? What is that? That's a straight wave. Because if that was a gay guy who was inevitably not into me, if that was a gay guy and I'm like vibing and I'm like eye fucking him from across the room and he saw me, a gay guy would not wave. Gays don't wave, okay? A gay guy would be like, nope. Like he would just like turn around. just like dancing in the other direction. And I used to live with a bunch of straight dudes. I lived with 3 straight guys, you know, 3 straight comedians. And, you know, again, I love you straight guys. I'm glad that they had jobs and I'm glad that they have families who love them, okay? But there is no worse sound to me in the world than a bunch of straight dudes having fun together. That's a terrifying sound, and historically it's when most bad things have happened, okay? And they would invite their friends over the apartment a lot, you know? Like, so much so that like every single night. And when you hear a bunch of straight dudes like come into the same area together, it's very scary. Like, it sounds like this. It just sounds like if they open the door to the living room, it just sounds like, hey, dude, what the fuck you doing? Hey, call it. Roof. It just sounds like that. And I'm like huddled in the next room like a Jew hiding from Nazis, like I don't want to be found. And I heard one of my straight roommates' friends say faggot from the next room. And like, I'm a realistic person, you know, like as a gay guy, if I heard just some straight dude saying faggot down the street, you know, not calling me a faggot, but just like yelling it into the darkness or something, you know, I probably wouldn't say anything because like, I don't like it, but you get to say whatever the hell you want to say, you know? But in my own apartment, that makes me sad, you know? Especially because I was in literally the next room being a faggot, okay? Guys, I was doing poppers alone, okay? Do you understand what that is? For anyone who doesn't know what poppers are in this room, they're little vials of VHS cleaner, okay? Because we all need our VHS cleaned very, very badly. And you huff them, and your asshole turns into a black hole, you know? That's what it is. Like, light cannot escape it. Furniture will be drawn in, you know? And I wasn't huffing these things like a little faggot, like teenager who was just like experimenting. I was doing these like an old drag queen who needed them for nutrients. Like, I was just like inhaling them, you know? But the problem is, like, whenever I would try to approach his friends and be like, hey, can you not say faggot in my apartment? They're the like sensitive type of straight dude, you know, which are like my least favorite type of straight dude. Like this type of straight dude, if you try to say like, hey, don't say faggot, he's just like, oh, shush. Look. When we say faggot, okay, we don't mean gay, okay? We mean stupid. You feel better? You know? Like, that's not my type of straight dude. I like my, like, Mexican theos who are like, well, we say faggot because you're gay and that's gross to us. And I'm like, okay, cool. I got it. Thanks, Theo. I like chubby dudes. That's just me. I like chubby dudes. It's taken me like a decade of being gay out there to just like, I'm almost 30. Like, I don't give a fuck what people think anymore. I like chubby dudes. It's an interesting thing because like, I have tried to date skinny dudes, to date muscular dudes, you know, but it's just, I see no reason to date them. And when I tell my like straight girlfriends, like, no, I'm kind of only into chubby dudes, like, they don't know how to take that, so they always ask me weird questions. They're always like, okay, were you molested by a fat man growing up? Like, no, I was not. I'm just attracted to big dudes. That's what it is, you know? I have tried to fuck skinny dudes. I've tried. I see no reason to fuck a skinny dude. Have you ever seen a skinny dude bent over? Have you ever seen that? Why would I want to fuck a corner? Like, it's just like, it's, and then it ends. You know what I mean? Like, a skinny dude could be like a kitchen island, but that's about it, you know? And I did that joke, and I remember, and I had a show, and a comic came up after me, and he was like, yeah, I know why you like chubby dudes, because I like fat chicks, and fat chicks have low self-esteem, and that's why you like chubby dudes. And it was like dead silent, you know? And that, he missed the point. I don't like chubby gay guys because they have low self-esteem. Have you guys ever met a chubby gay guy? They're the meanest person you have ever met in your entire life. That is why I like chubby dudes, you know? I don't like gay guys who don't gay tops who don't eat ass, you know? I know this is the room for this material, but everyone's like, yeah, that's true. Gay tops who don't eat ass. It's equivalent to straight guys who don't eat pussy. It is literally the same thing, okay? Gay tops who don't eat ass, I don't understand it. I have friends who are just, that's part of their identity. They're like, I'm a gay top and I don't eat ass. You know, that's how they identify. I just don't understand that. If you're a gay top and you don't eat ass, I don't understand. Like, if you're straight, I don't care what you guys are doing in your sex. I know that you guys have a lot of the things on the menu, but for gay guys, eating ass, that's like number 3 on the menu. That's like not eating potatoes, you know? What are you eating, you know? In my eyes, if you're a gay top who does not eat ass, in my eyes, you're basically just a straight guy who can't donate blood. Like, that's what you are. You're straight. That is the straightest move you can make. The absolute straightest. But I don't like gay guys who, I don't like gay guys. Honestly, I don't really have a lot of gay friends. You know, I do comedy, I've been doing comedy for a while, and it's filled with straight dudes, you know? So I try to relate to gay guys, but it's hard. Like, it truly is hard. Like, and I feel like I come off as straight in the gay world, you know what I mean? Like, I have a straight accent, you know? And it's because I've gotten it from you guys, you know? I should sound gayer than this. But it's like I moved to Britain when I was 14 and then came back with some fucked up accent, you know? I hope every year that I'm alive, I just keep getting faggier and faggier. I hope that I'm 67 and obese, like, because I will be obese because there's power in obesity, okay? I'll be obese, filthy rich, with like an intricate moo-moo, just like walking into Starbucks, just saying fabulous things like, what, you guys gonna fucking ignore me? Just like something like that. That's my hope for myself, you know? But I don't have a lot of gay friends, and every time I try to hang out with gay guys, it's a disaster. They're usually racist and sexist. Like I don't like it when gay men make fun of vaginas. I don't know if you guys know, this is a thing. When gay men get together and there's no women around, they'll make fun of vaginas. They'll be like, and then she showed me her pussy and I puked, you know? I don't like that. Do you wanna know why? Because every gay guy in the world would be dead without a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, every gay guy has been on the schoolyard being bullied, okay, as a kid, by a bunch of straight dudes, and then a woman, a girl, is the one who came out and was like, stop! Can't you see he's just a helpless little faggot, you know? She saved your life, you know? And how dare you make fun of her vagina, you know? And most gay men, they make fun of vaginas and they've never seen a vagina. You know, I'm not a platinum gay. I've been inside and seen not many, but several vaginas, okay? And the first vagina I saw was against my will. She was a straight up bully, okay? Let me set the scene, okay? It was 2008, it was Echo Park, okay? We were on a rooftop, okay? And this girl had been trying to fuck me for many months, okay? And we did theater together. She broke up with her straight boyfriend, okay? And she told him, like, I just gotta see what's gonna happen with this other dude. And he was like, the boyfriend was like, he's gay! And then she was like, no, he's just sensitive, you know? So I was sitting on the rooftop with her, we were smoking weed, okay? I was in basketball shorts, boxers, okay? And I had a full-on erection, and she thought it was for her, but I'm gay, and it was only because there was like a really pretty sunset. Like, that's the only reason. Full-on erection. She hopped on her opportunity, she pulled my dick out of like the left leg, okay? She was wearing a sundress and she just descended upon it. And she did, and as soon as she descended upon me, I was like immediately coming. I was like, get up, get up, get up. And I was coming, and she was like coming off of me as I was spouting, and she was laughing like a Disney villain. She was like, oh, you know? So I push her off of me, I'm still coming. And afterwards I was like, fuck, like I'm still gay, but that shit was powerful. That was power of the vagina, okay? And something that a lot of this is not just for straight dudes, like I don't want to like harp on straight dudes, this is also something that gay guys, like cisgendered gay guys struggle with, like the whole trans thing. Like gay guys, straight guys, they don't know how to approach it. Like so many friends of mine are just like, I don't get it. It's like, is he a he? Is he a she? I don't get it. And most people have never like slept with a trans person. They don't get that. Like it's as simple as this. It's a man with a vagina and a woman with a penis. That is as simple as it is. And I will tell my friends that and they'll be like, no dude, if you fucked a dude with a vagina, then you fucked a woman. And I'm like, you've clearly never slept with a trans man, okay? Because if you have, you would know that's a man's vagina, okay? That's a dude's pussy, okay? It's like if Scott had a pussy. He was Scott and had a full-blown pussy, okay? Like the first trans vagina that I saw, it legit went like this to me when I saw it. It just went like, whoop, like it did that, okay? It's a guy's pussy. It's just Josh's pussy. Okay? That's what it is. It truly is. I get that all this stuff is just very like, it can be hard now for like society to like clamp onto like the terms, and it's very confusing, and you get a lot of hate in comedy, like, oh, you're gay, you can get away with that. And like, I get it, like, I'm a gay comic, I can get away with certain things, you know what I mean? Like, I was doing a bit about spitting in guys' faces while fucking them. If I was a straight comic, imagine that. You guys would be like, you're a monster, okay? We're calling the cops, okay? But because I'm a gay comic, I could be like, and then I shout all over his chest, you know? And then you guys are like, brave, you know? I get it. There's a give and take, okay? But the thing is straight guys, you just don't have like populations around the world that are just persecuting you. Like in Chechnya, you guys know where Chechnya is, it's in Eastern Europe, I barely know where it is, but it's in Eastern Europe, okay? Are you guys aware that there are gay men currently being killed in Chechnya right now? Look, I want you guys to have a good time, okay? I want you guys to have a good time, but I also want to talk about gay men dying in Chechnya. So that's where we're at. Okay, gay guys are dying in Chechnya. I don't know what to do about it. You know, I feel like the community is definitely looking to me for answers. And I feel like I've done my part. I shared it. I shared it twice on Facebook. What more can I do? But I was reading all the articles about it, and it's like they're rounding up gay men in Chechnya, they're putting them into camps, torturing them, killing them. But they've given families a third option. If you know of anyone in your family in Chechnya who is gay, you have the right to kill them yourself, to spare them the torture of the camps, okay? And that's horrifying. And I read an article that this uncle pushed his nephew off a balcony because he didn't want him to get taken away to the camps, you know? And for someone who did something so homophobic, like kill a gay person, okay? I can't help but think that that is like kind of the gayest way to kill someone. You know what I mean? like, you know what I mean? Like pushing someone off a balcony, like, die. You know what I mean? Like that's Jafar level gay. Like there was definitely like mist and he had a cloak and you just like pushed him off. Like the only way that kid's death would have been gayer is if he had been pushed through French doors. Like that's the only way. The only way. I have, thank you so much. I have, you know, I'm in a relationship now, so I'm raw dogging it all the time. And so, I really am. And it's very special. I don't know why it's special. I was raw dogging it before the relationship. here's the thing, like gay men now, because there's like medicine where like gay men can take that, well, kind of pretty much guarantee them that they won't get HIV. But it still gives you all the other STDs that you could possibly, like gonorrhea, it gives you all that stuff. And I used to raw dog all the time, and I used to go to the clinic to get tested, and I just couldn't believe I didn't have anything. Like, couldn't believe I didn't have HIV. Couldn't believe I didn't have syphilis. Like, I should have had, like, 3rd stage syphilis that was eating at my mind, you know? And, I don't want to talk down to anyone, but wear a condom, guys, okay? It's just not worth even the fear, you know? Not wearing a condom, me sitting down in the clinic just waiting for my results. Like, I used to have a recurring nightmare, you know? I wouldn't wear a condom, and do you guys know that Tom Hanks movie, Philadelphia? You guys know that movie? And please stay with me, because as soon as I say that, most of the audiences are like, get the car, okay, get the car. Okay, in that movie, Tom Hanks is a gay man, and he's dying of AIDS, and he's on trial, and he's in a courtroom, and he has to like unbutton his shirt, and there's like lesions all over his torso. And my recurring nightmare was that I kept raw dogging, you know, I went to the clinic, I got diagnosed with HIV, that turned into AIDS, and then I was on trial, and I, you know, unbuttoned my shirt, and there was, you know, lesions all over my torso. And then the lawyer was like, yeah, no one asked you to do that. This is a tax fraud trial. You don't have AIDS. You really don't. Did anyone here play sports growing up? Everyone played sports, yeah. Well, let's get you guys up one by one to talk about. No, I played one sport growing up. I played soccer for many years. My dad was banned from the soccer field because he's half Mexican, but he's still Mexican, and so he would not stop yelling. So he's banned from the field. And I don't know, like when they get you started very young in sports, especially in soccer, like very young, like if you're like 5. They are not like giving you real warm-ups like in like club teams or like college teams or the pro teams. Like they're not giving you actual warm-ups, okay? They're giving you bullshit little kid warm-ups, okay? They're giving you like leapfrog. Like we would play leapfrog to warm up for soccer, right? And I just remember there was this fat kid named Juan who was on our team. And look, you guys, you know how I feel about fat men, okay? I love them, okay? But historically, bad at leapfrog. Not good at that, you know? And I remember Juan would always be at the beginning of the leapfrog line, and it was like all of us just like squatting, you know, waiting for Juan to like leapfrog over us, you know? And I was always at the other end of the leapfrog line, you know? And Juan, honestly, he would do good for the first half of the line, you know? Juan had it. Like, Juan would, like, bound over people. He would jump, you know? But then the second half of the line, Juan would start getting a little tired, you know? You'd start getting, like, a Juan thigh in your face. You know, he'd start, like, breathing heavily, you know, until it came to me at the end of the leapfrog line, and Juan has had it, okay? And if I could just do a quick impression, if this big ass stool was me waiting for Juan, okay, and I'm Juan, this is basically what it looked like by the time Juan got to me in the leapfrog line, okay? And you know, I was actually in love with Juan. Okay? Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys.